Black Widow. Oh my god. Finally, finally, after being delayed 3 times, we finally have Black Widow. It's finally out, it's finally released. So, here we are. Alright, so set after the events of Captain America's Civil War, the film sees Romanoff on the run and forced to confront a conspiracy tied to her past. Oh my god, I'm just so happy that finally Marvel is back. Marvel is back in theaters. It feels so great. Like when I walk Alright, before I go into the movie review, when I walked into my theater, like I saw this this huge pit, I saw these people dressing up as people dressing up as like the Marvel characters, and people were taking pictures with them, and it just feels so awesome that I can finally say that Marvel is back. All right, the MCU. But here we go. Here we are. So this movie is directed by Kate Shortland, and it stars Scarlett Johansson as the leading title of Natasha Romanoff, the Black Widow, alongside Florence Pugh, David Harbour, O.T. Bentley. This is my first time really hearing. This is my first time seeing these actors. So because of that, I'm gonna be having a terrible and difficult time pronouncing their names. Olga Kurilenko, William Hurt, Ray Winstone, and Rachel Weisz. So here we are. So this movie was awesome. All right, this movie was awesome. Don't worry, this movie just came out. Just came out a day ago. I'm not going to be spoiling anything from the movie because it's still brand new. It wouldn't be, So because of that, I won't be giving any spoilers. The only thing I'll give away is everything you saw in the trailers and the promos and TV spots, all of that. Everything that Marvel released officially. So this movie was awesome. I had a fun time with this movie. This movie was it was filled with action. It's 1 hour. It's I never got bored. I never got bored. The action really kept me awake. It kept me alive. Florence Pugh, I thought, was a nice addition to the MCU, alongside with David Harbour. Yelena Belova was, Florence Pugh's Yelena was, she did have some humor. And she was amazing. And she did kick some ass. But David Harbour, oh my god, David Harbour was awesome. He was awesome as Red Guardian. Him telling and just reliving his glory days as the Red Guardian, and and he was just amazing. He had this energy with him. He brought this energy with him. He wants to go back to being a hero. He wants to be the Red Guardian again, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was awesome, and he was funny. There is that MCU humor, but let me tell you, this movie, the opening credits to this movie was very dark for an MCU movie. There were some dark dark, not themes, but the tone. The tone was dark in the film. It was dark and it was very mature. It was dark and mature. Like it felt like, oh my god, it felt very it felt very scary and very haunting. So yeah, and this is an MCU movie, so if I have to give any issue, now this movie isn't, I do have two big issues with this film, and one of them, unfortunately, is the main plot. It deals with the main plot the of the film. So, my big major issues with the film. The first one is the whole Agent Romanoff. After Civil War, Agent Romanoff. Black Widow, Natasha. She's on the one, and in like the beginning of the film, like in like the beginning all the way to like the first half of the film, she was on the one, and she just kept, and it's like she's going from one place to another, and then to another, and then to another, and I just and then in between, like either Taskmaster is going after her, or one of the widows they're going after her. The widows are going after her, or it's either Taskmaster, and I just wanted a break. I just wanted a breather from her running around, and the camera's like shaking. The camera's like shaking, trying to follow and trying to catch up. I could have used a little breather, is what I'm trying to say. I could have used a little break, a little breather, maybe a couple, several minutes. But yeah, another issue I have with the film is the villain, the Taskmaster. Not only Taskmaster, but Dreykov. Dreykov, like the MCU, you know, we've the name Dreykov was mentioned all the way back into the first Avengers movie back in 2012, and now you fast forward to here, and the villains, both Taskmaster and Dreykov, they were not great villains. They were not great villains. They were mentioned, but well, not when I mean mentioned, I meant Dreykov. Dreykov was mentioned, but like as the villains, they're not really great. Not strong villains. Very weak in my opinion. Very weak in my opinion. I wanted Taskmaster to be more, but um, I just yeah. I actually, yeah, I was about to talk about something, but I'm like, yeah, that's a little spoilers. That's a little, you know what? I'm getting into spoilers at that point. So I'm gonna shut up at that. I'm gonna shut up and not keep going. So anyway, that's all I have to say. This movie is amazing, awesome. The only issues I have were like the villains, Taskmaster and Dreykov. Dreykov, he did appear in like one shot of the trailer, so he is in this movie. So it's not spoiler, it's not a spoiler to say. I believe he was in the final trailer of the film, but yeah. So yeah, the villain were pretty weak. The villain was pretty weak. I mean, that's the curse of the MCU. Like one of their biggest issues is the villains. So they need to really improve on their villains, because we did have a couple good villains, but they really need to improve on them. So the villain, and the first half of the film, where she just kept going, it felt like extremely fast paced, and I just going from one place to another. I just wanted to take a break. I wanted to take a breather. But that's it. That's all I have to say for Black Widow. If you've seen Black Widow, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. I'm just so happy that the MCU is back, Marvel is back in theaters, and I cannot wait for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So, yes. So if you've seen Black Widow, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and I will see you soon.